It's Ash from Super Videos, back for another comic book video for The Walking Dead. In this video, we're going to be talking about, will Beta kill Jesus? Now, if you read the latest issue of The Walking Dead, you know the cliffhanger was that Jesus was basically confronted by Beta. Beta has both of his knives up, and he basically had the upper hand on Jesus. So the question is whether Beta is going to kill Jesus. Now, one thing I want to say here is that based on the cover of the next issue, we know that Beta is going to get into this fight with Jesus, and Jesus is going to be pretty beat up, and, you know, he might even die, like I said. But in my opinion, I think that because they revealed that cover way before we even saw Beta confront Jesus, and before we even knew Beta is going to come back like that, if they end up killing Jesus, it would be a little bit underwhelming and predictable. And I think if they want to stay away from being predictable, they probably would not have Jesus be killed. The most likely scenario, in my opinion, is for Beta to be behind Jesus just like he was, but then maybe Aaron realizes or sees Beta and alarms Jesus. Jesus turns around and they get into this fight. So Beta's not gonna just stab Jesus in the back and kill him. But then they're gonna get into this fight, and I think what's gonna happen is that Negan is gonna come into play and basically help out Jesus. And we're gonna see a one-on-one fight again between Beta and Negan. And, you know, something's gonna happen there. Now, if that happens, again, it would be a little predictable because I'm predicting it here. But I think that's the most logical way for it to go. Some way that it makes sense and it wraps up everybody's story, and it kind of puts everything together without it being too predictable. So why am I saying it's not going to be too predictable? Because, you know, they could go a bunch of routes. They could have Beta kill Negan, and maybe Beta kill Aaron, or something along those lines, and maybe Jesus kill Beta, but it would be more than just Beta attacking Jesus and killing him. So in that sense, it would be unpredictable. So that's one way. In the other way, they could have Negan be stabbed and hurt real bad, but he could end up killing Beta as well. Or we could have Negan kill Beta and then attack Jesus, or something like that. So there's a bunch of ways that it could go. That's why it would be unpredictable. But if they don't bring in Negan at all, and it's just Beta attacking Jesus and killing him, or Beta attacking Jesus and Jesus killing Beta, it's very predictable. So I think they need to mix it up a little bit and make it a little unpredictable. So in terms of the video, I don't think that it's as simple as Beta just attacking Jesus and killing him. I think there's more to it. And I definitely think that Negan would be thrown into this mix as well. I think that's going to go a long way into creating some sort of great tension between Negan and Maggie later on. So if Negan ends up saving Jesus, that's going to be very interesting. Because what is Jesus going to do? Is he just going to kill Negan? Most likely not. Is he going to let him go? Definitely. Then what's going to happen with Jesus and Maggie? What's Jesus going to tell Maggie? So it's going to create great tension. And, you know, it's going to be a great part of the story if they end up doing that. Although it's a little predictable, it's definitely not as predictable as Beta attacking Jesus and killing him. Now, that being said, if they didn't do that cover reveal with Jesus, that would have been very unpredictable if they ended up doing that, and I would have liked that. But because they put that cover reveal out there, and because we kind of knew that Beta's gonna attack Jesus, then it kind of took away from the shock factor. So because of that, if they just end up having Beta kill Jesus, it would be very predictable. I want to know everybody's opinions about this. What do you think is going to happen with Jesus? Do you think Beta is going to kill Jesus or not? And do you think that Negan is going to be thrown into the mix? That's it for this video. See you next time for another super video.